All right, so example 7, this is our last day of chapter 3-4, by the way, but chapter 3-4, example 7 here. I'm asking you to find f of 2 if f of x equals 3x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5x minus 1. We haven't been doing a lot of functional notation in this book recently, so I just want to kind of get you back in the field of functional notation. And notice that it says f of x equals, so they're naming function f. They're telling you the variable is x, and the function is equal to this expression here. So when it says find f of 2, that simply means change x into the number 2 and evaluate. So f of 2 means I'm going to do 3 times 2 cubed minus 7 times 2 squared plus 5 times 2 minus 1. Now, one point I wanted to bring out here when you're evaluating, anytime you're putting a number in for x and x is being raised to a power, because again, some of us are still having issues with this, whatever x is goes in parentheses, that thing is being raised to that power. All right? If x were negative 2, if that said negative 2, this would be negative 2 cubed, which is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, which is negative. This would be negative 2 squared, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. So if you got negative numbers involved and there's powers involved, signs could change. Be careful that you substitute properly. This is just f of positive 2, so it is what it is. So powers happen before multiplication, and that happens before addition, subtraction, order of operations happen here. So 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. Some of you are not being very careful with your powers. You say 2 cubed equals 6, or 3 cubed equals 12, or 27. Well, I guess 3 cubed equals 9, right? So stuff like that. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. 2 cubed means 2 times itself 3 times. 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4. I haven't done the multiplication here yet, but notice once a plus sign happens, the next object is independent of everything else. So I can go ahead and do 5 times 2 equals 10 right here, right away, and minus 1 is minus 1. I could wait till the next step to do the times 10, or plus 10 also, doesn't matter. When I'm doing my products, the signs make plus or minus happen. So every object has to have plus or minus in front of it. So the sign is based on the signs of the numbers. So 3 times 8 is positive 24. Negative 7 times 4 is negative 28, plus 10 minus 1. All right? And then at this point, we got multiple numbers, adding, subtracting, all that's left. If I add the positives, 24 plus 10 is positive 34. Add the negatives, negative 28, negative 1 is negative 29. When I get multiple numbers, that's how I do it. I add up all the positives to get a positive result, add up all the negatives to get a negative result, and then at this point I've got different signs, so I subtract. 34 is bigger, so it's positive 5. All right, so functional notation, functional value, that's all it means to do. F of number means change x to that number and then follow the order of operations. Yes?
So when we write our answer, isn't it F2 equals 5, or is it F?
The answer is 5. I mean, officially, if you wanted to write it, if you write f of 2 equals 5, that's fine.
So,
The only time I'd really worry about that really would be if I'm trying to graph things. That establishes an x coordinate 2 and a y coordinate 5.
okay.
But if I'm just evaluating for the sake of evaluation, then just writing 5 as the answer is perfectly fine. All right? But yeah, if you write f of 2 equals 5, that's also fine. Just know it's not f times 2, it's f of 2. It's functional notation. I've seen people trying to divide by 2 in this last step here, but if you write f of 2 equals 5, that's a proper way to write an answer. For the sake of what we're doing, just writing the numerical value there is fine with me. So f of 2 means change it to 2. Once you do that, just pretend f of 2 doesn't exist anymore and just work it all the way out.